now fires. Alaphilippe is on the wheel. Vingegaard is clinched to the wheel of Julian Alaphilippe, and they're about to reach the front. Penultimate man standing, Zimmerman. Carapaz jumps again, looking superb. Catches Gregard. The King of the Mountains jersey's not going to be his today. Carapaz now going with Vingegaard. Well, he attacked on the climb with Richard Carapaz. So far this season, every single stage race that this rider has ridden, he's ridden and won at least one stage. Today, he shows July, I'm ready. He takes today's stage. Attack from the yellow. Yates just looks round and he has no answer whatsoever. This rider has an appointment with a Grand Depart. The dress rehearsal has gone perfectly. Stage 7. Has ridden away from all the other favourites. It's not going to be the victory today. God is now ready for the Tour de France. July beckons. The form is so impressive.
Oh, he's rammed. Gita gets taken to the barriers here, tangles up in that. Oh, disaster for Richard Carapaz as well. And this has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Vingegaard goes for it. Here's a hard-hit section. The very line itself. Boom, he takes it. Brilliant work. Landa in second place ahead of Mas. Oh, he goes himself. Fabulous, and picks up 1 bike length, 2 bike lengths, 3 bike lengths. See ya. Oh, Yun is looking absolutely magnificent, and still just head down now. No teammates around him. 13% is what he's dealing with. Catch me if you can, right? Everyone else tucking in to try and pick something up out of this, and now it's a drive for the line. Landa versus Vingegaard. It's going to be on the throttle. Landa's going to get it on the barrier, does he? Vingegaard comes home and says thank you very much. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant.
Vingegaard all over it. Absolutely amazing. Well, he has been the outstanding talent of the race, and we've had some great riders here, don't forget as well. When you look through the roster that started this race, it was more than impressive, and he looks behind now just to see what sort of danger, and trying to work out from the faces of those in Aruk exactly what he has to put into the rest of the day. He'll be holding for a moment, but it's only 1.7 kilometres before we get to the top. They have skipped up this, Brian. His form, but he has absolutely shown that he is on the very best of form at the moment, and he's not somebody who loses that form easily either. Beware everybody who comes against him. You won the Tour of the Basque Country.
Back wheel still. It'll be long before we hit the bottom of the climb.
Giving it absolutely everything here with 3k to go, and look at Vingegaard looks so calm.
He looks serene, doesn't he? I mean, this is a classy rider. The rider on the front now, 21 years of age, from Lillehammer in Norway.
absolutely everything he can. He's biting on that tongue as best he can, Philippe Gilbert style almost, and his team leader just sits there tapping away, Matt, all the time.
Yeah, you do wonder how much longer. He looks to be right. He is in the red zone here. This is real commitment. This is real power. But look, like you say, how serene the man on his wheel is. Attila Valter is looking very good. Look at this big acceleration by Vingegaard on the left-hand side. Wow, look at this.
Massive. The Tour de France champion goes. Who's got anything left? It's one of the Cofidis riders trying to stamp across. But even now, even at full, totally in control, he's looking over his shoulder to see his damage. Who can come with him?
The speed, Jez, he's clearly in good form, but I think as well it's about ability. It's about, there's form, the current form, but there's the ability, the capacity of these riders. And look at the state that everybody was in under the impetus and the pace being set by Stormy Mitted. And yet Vingegaard was just tranquil on his wheel, and then he hit out. It's just, form clearly is there. It won't be his Tour de France form, but it's just the capacity that he has to go hard off the pace that's been set behind in front.
Here come the cobbles, they turn off the main road. So this is going to be quite rough. Let's have a look at how bad they are. But his attack today has been utterly devastating. The defending Tour de France champion. He'll have looked at, couldn't have missed it. He won 3 stages and the overall of the Ruta del Sol and made it look very easy. Win the second stage, but effectively the opening stage of Gran Camino. And what a dominant final ride up. What a great climb as well, up Monte Trega. Marker in actually, because I think our ticker is a little bit ahead of ourselves here. Attila Valter, I'm not sure, has got too much left. Let's see. It might sound a bit odd for me to be saying this as we watch the yellow jersey lift it. I think Jonas Vingegaard is going by the textbook here. Last man peels off and he goes. Guerrero's got nothing. No, I don't think he's got anything left. That is 2k to go. So our ticker is a little bit ahead. We're about 600 metres out here. One man who isn't though is heading onto the gravel. It's really rough up here, just like yesterday. Not quite the cobbles that we had on the ascent of Monte Trega, but it's exactly the same scenario the defending Tour de France champion is going. He's watched Tadej Pogacar to the Ruta del Sol last week. Look at this. This is befitting of the Queen stage, no doubt about it. It might have been shortened in Orense, but this is starting to look like a classic mountain moment. Look at that, above 20% for Jonas being made to work for this one. Ruben Guerrero, what's he got left?
They're still very much doing the steepest sections and the hardest parts of this final climb.
Again for the second day in a row. It's going to be the Great Dane on top again, the defending Tour de France champion Jonas Vingegaard, go, and he's been dispatched by Attila Valter, and go was exactly what he did. It was textbook. Valter swung out and Vingegaard said, right, I'm going to do what I do now. And once again, for the second day in a row, Cofidis, Jonas Aguirre, Ruben Guerrero had no answer to the acceleration of this man who for the second day in a row proves himself to be the best. And look at him ripping up there. I have to say, he's going to be getting closer and closer to Guerrero all the time. I'm surprised we can't see him. They'll need to get those vehicles out of the way because he's only just over the top of that rise. Let's get the clock on Jonas everything. He ripped up that last climb. Oh, he's nearly overcooked it round that corner. We're going to see the Portuguese, Ruben Guerrero, wearing the number 1 on his back, coming to the line, but only just surviving ahead of the man who started 2 minutes behind him.
The group getting smaller and smaller. Evenepoel again looks at the numbers. Evenepoel waited, and now Evenepoel goes. Skjelmose is up there as well. This is a really good effort from the man who was second in the midweek. Ciccone not far away. You can see behind that Balde is struggling and swinging. Pitcock continues to fight. He's over the top here, and Evenepoel now on the false flat where he started to take advantage. Remco Evenepoel, even before we get to the Côte des Forges, on that second bit of extra climbing I was telling you about after La Redoute, makes his move. And again, if you were saying what Pitcock was doing was clever, this is the right thing to do for Evenepoel, because we know that Pitcock is better on the descent, and we know that Pitcock has that kick in a sprint as well. Evenepoel, you think, needs to get rid of it.
It's the same story once again. He's just unbelievable at doing this, just holding that rhythm, holding that high tempo, holding it always in the perfect gear as well, just dancing. Yeah, I mean, he's flying, no two ways about it. This man is absolutely motoring.
He's getting up to the top now. One of the shorter climbs on the route. There's a slight descent before he goes false flat again. Then a descent into the final classified climb of the day, the Côte de la Rochefoucauld. Sense that he obviously expected a sort of a lead out on the climb, which is what he had last year. This year, as you said, he had to wait. There was a lot of looking around, looking down. He sort of felt the moment was right to go, but didn't want to go too early on the climb itself. It's the world champion. It's Remco Evenepoel for the second year running, alone, racing to the finish line. This time his gap is rather bigger than the one we saw 12 months ago. 1 minute 23 seconds. And this is Evenepoel, no doubt about that. The time gap is recalibrated, and Adam, it shows almost 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, he's basically just riding away with this, isn't he? I mean, they're all flat out behind. You can see them all changed. Everyone's on the limit. The peloton brought it down, but he's just held that tempo of even the chasers all the way over the top. He'll no doubt extend it coming into the finish. The world champion is motoring.
Less than 20 kilometres remain of the 258 that were on the menu today in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Fourth monument of the season, the final one of the spring. It's winter weather really, but it's a rainbow shining at the front of the race. Remco Evenepoel, world champion, bringing the rainbow bands to Belgium for the first time this season, and looking like he's going to take 2 out of 2 from Liège appearances. He won last year attacking and saving the spring for his team. This year they've had even worse spring of it, and it looks as though he's going to be the saviour again. Up the applause, shows off the rainbow bands, and Remco repeats, this time in the rainbow jersey, and Soudal Quickstep has a spring saviour for the second year running. Remco Evenepoel.
Peter has a look, allows Roglic to come through. Is that a wise thing to do at a moment such as this? Trek also very much getting involved. And Roglic, is he in his pomp? He's going to be on the line, it's going to be on the throw. Sudo Quickstep want to be involved. Roglic still there. Here comes Evenepoel on the barriers as well. Roglic looks easy as you like. Almost not even mouth breathing at the moment. Looks like Roglic. Is he going to be? Is he going to be the one? Oh, only just banging of bars here. And Primož Roglic makes the day his own. Evenepoel decides to turn the screw here, and he's gone for it. Ciccone goes with, and Roglic stays planted. It's those three. Roglic still staying in the frame. There is Ciccone as well. That looks like the finish order, is it? Oh, Roglic comes up the inside. This is fantastic. We may even have a photo of the line. A big response from Evenepoel. Ciccone's going to mug the pair of them. Oh, at the line, Ciccone just takes it. All of a sudden, and who's got what it takes to go with him? And the answer for the time being is Roglic, and here comes Ciccone. O'Connor's won here before, and I think that's Romain Bardet as well here, which is has not had a mention at all. Here we go, about 250 minutes to go, and he picks it up now, just a little bit of a plateau, takes this hairpin, now then it's a little bit wider, and Evenepoel looks like he's got this. Roglic not minded to chase on now, he's going to close the gap. Roglic, 100 metres to go, a little bit of a pickup and then a plateau finish. That's precisely what we've got, and Evenepoel delivers battle plan number one. Likewise, Brian Coquart's also in the frame here. Coquart's coming to the front right now. Coquart centre of the road. Anybody else want to play the day? Corbin Strong still got it. Coquart's there, getting involved. Is Kate Groves to the line? Oh, I think Groves got it on the throw. My life, that was close. We get this reveal, and suddenly we've got the big one here. And Evenepoel says, "Thank you very much, I'm off." Away he goes. They're all slotting themselves in, but guess what? Primož Roglic absolutely on his back wheel. This is where he rocks and rolls at moments such as this, and look at the power and look at the gap here. Almeida tries to force himself back into it, and Roglic it is that picks it up. He goes into that little pocket of that little aero pocket that's being offered up here. It's mano a mano yet again, as we suspected it may well be. 150 minutes to go, 100 to go right now. Still has not unwound entirely, and Roglic goes to the inside. He wants the barriers. Evenepoel responds as well. What a fabulous battle between the pair of them, drifting over to the other side of the road. Roglic, and Evenepoel sits down. He can't do it. He can't follow. And Roglic said, "This mountain is mine. This jersey is mine. Catch me if you can." And today you cannot. Want to come and play the game. They go to the centre of the road. Ida Schelling is trying to boss that. Here comes Milan Menchen. He's coming around the outside of the hoardings. Out of sight for the time being. It's a drag race for those out front. Kane Rose is out of the front, and here comes Coquart as well on the throw. Oh, I think he made it. Came all the way back on somebody else's bike. See a lot of each other, and here it is. Line beckons. Evenepoel comes up onto the shoulders of Roglic, who does not respond. Evenepoel it is that takes the final stage. Around the outside of the hoardings, out of sight for the time being. It's a drag race for those out front. Kane Rose is out of the front, and here comes Coquart as well on the throw. Oh, I think he made it. Came all the way back on somebody else's bike. Well, we're going to see a lot of each other, and here it is. Line beckons. Evenepoel comes up onto the shoulders of Roglic, who does not respond. Evenepoel it is that takes the final stage, but Primož Roglic is our champion.